Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly horoscopes. I would just like to take this opportunity to thank my sponsor for this video, Keen. Keen offers 24/7 access to vetted psychics, astrologers, spiritual advisors on all areas of life, be it career, be it love, be it family. They are so easy to access, and if you join via the link below, you will be able as a new customer to have the first 10 minutes for $1.99. Prices do vary for each individual advisor. You'll be able to see whenever you sign up and are looking at them, depending on what area of life it is that you want to look into. Keen is by far one of the most affordable sites on the net for spiritual advice. I'm not offering private readings at the moment, but I recently was able to speak with an astrologer on there called Rick, who was very impressive. As someone who's very into astrology, I myself can find it hard to be objective depending on my own transits. It's really good to talk to someone who's an objective eye and knows nothing about you. And he was able to look at my birth chart and see exactly what was coming up for me, which was super impressive and so easy to access. I think after I picked him, I was talking to him on the chat feature with maybe 5-10 minutes, that quick. It's also a wonderful way to build a rapport with these spiritual advisors that can lead you to intention setting, to gaining more clarity on other matters, to have chakra cleansing. It is a great start for your spiritual journey if there is something that you need information on. As one of the most affordable sites, Keen also offers you weekly discounts via email once you sign up. I strongly recommend it. It is a wonderful site, and it's actually how I learned the meaning of tarot cards way back 10 years ago when I started my tarot journey. It has so much information and such wonderful advisors. I strongly recommend it. Have a check it out, and I will see you in the weekly scopes. Bye. Hi Libra. Welcome to your weekly tarot scope. Big changes for you in terms of home this week, in terms of family. Maybe big news coming in from a family member, news of a new arrival, news of home. Maybe you've got a home, maybe you're changing homes, changing residencies. Big news in those areas. But also big news in terms of intimacy, intimate partners, joint finances. That's what's going on in the stars at least. Let's see what's going on in the tarot for Libra. And see what we've got. The World. 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Moon. Oh, interesting. And underneath we have the Queen of Pentacles. So Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, fellow air sign energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Pisces energy is here as well as Capricorn in the fixed signs. So that's quite a lot. But don't worry too much about specific signs. For you, Libra, it appears that the lunar eclipse, the eclipse has just passed, are headed towards a reveal of some kind. I think for a lot of you it could be financial. I think many Libras could be coming into some degree of money here, or a new job opportunity, or a chance for success. Cancer season for you is all to do with that 10th house. 10th house, 10 of Pentacles, success, accolades, some kind of notoriety, recognition. And I think for a lot of you, there is a risk here of you rushing something too much. You don't have the full picture just yet. The thing about eclipses is that you need to let the dust settle a little bit before you charge into something. Mercury's still retrograde as well, and your ruler Venus is still in the shadowy area. But nevertheless, Libra, there is good news here. The World suggests some kind of successful completion. And I do think for a lot of you it may be financial, but with that Moon card as the outcome, there's very strong yin energy. There's very strong feminine energy. A need to be receptive of some more information before you've the full picture and you make those kind of moves, because the Knight of Swords is where you rush blindly into something for the sake of, let me say it, it's kind of a yang energy, but it's distorted masculine energy. So that doesn't, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, or however you choose to identify. The distorted masculine energy is more to do with needing to have things done yesterday, needing to push for success, beyond your health, beyond your emotional well-being, your mental well-being, that kind of thing, I think you run the risk of really running yourself into a hole. And there, it just reminds me of my late grandmother. She said, use your, let me see, I'll try and do the accent. Use your head before you use your heels, or use your head before you, use your head to save your heels. Use your head to save your heels. Anyway, yes, so think before you leap is basically her way of cultural thing. Her way of saying things. Using your mind before you take a step here, you know, really taking a moment to take back and take stock over what it is. I think for a lot of you, it could be taking a new job. It could be taking a job overseas in particular. It could be moving countries, moving home. It could be going into a new job and having to make an offer or accept an offer, whatever it is. The basis of it is, Libra, is that you don't quite have the full picture yet, and you need to be a bit more receptive. So it's almost as if this week depends on you just allowing the dust to settle from the eclipses and allowing things to work out. I think in your week, an earth sign seems to play a big part in your new beginning. Maybe a friend or a sister or a cousin, whatever it is. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn seems to be helping you out in your new start. This could be somebody helping you move, or this could be a new friend that you make through work who's very supportive. I think the earth signs are coming through to your reading as being very supportive. So what I want to clarify is the moon and see what that is, because it feels as though you just need to be open to letting something come to you rather than you rushing out to get it, as it were. Yes, so Six of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Okay, they're being very vague. Basically, no, you don't have all the answers yet. Mercury is in retrograde in your career sector, so do be careful of accepting offers or making offers, just because I feel like I just feel like there's something in the shadows, and it could be that there is something yet to come. There is something that may be more up your alley. It may be more beneficial. It might be better for you. And for some of you, it could be that you're maybe rejected from something, and not to feel worried about it because there's something else coming in its place that's better. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting for you. I feel like there is problems rushing into something when I think there's something else on the periphery. Do you know what I mean? Like you want something, you get another offer, you think maybe you should take it. And I'm not saying to reject it is not the energy at all. It's just to allow certain things to transpire at the same time, you know, allowing other things to come in. Because I feel like you might not have all the answers just yet. And I don't think the cards really want to give it to you either. And sometimes, you know, sometimes that's for a reason. Sometimes we can't have all the answers because we would make different decisions that would wreck everything, that would stop the way that things are playing out. I just feel like there's something that you don't know yet, and that when you know it, I think you'll be pleased with it. I think it's going to work out very much in your favour with the Ten of Pentacles here. But I think it has to be secret for now. I think you are moving into a new chapter of your life that's very divinely guided. It's very important, and I think if you had all the answers, you might not make the same kind of decisions. So sorry that that's kind of vague, but that's just the way it works. Sometimes the cards say no, but there is a strong warning not to be impatient, not to be too okay. Resolving conflict is a card that's come out for you in the Love Oracles. You need not to be too brash, not too forward. Let's see. Okay, so that's too many. That's 3. So firstly, with the resolving conflict, empathy, compassion, and understanding are all key. And maturity. Okay, so I'm thinking for you, Libra, there may have been someone with some kind of misunderstanding that required you both to do a little bit of growing up. And I think Four of Pentacles in the middle, I think maybe some of you are holding back in resolving a conflict, or maybe being a bit stubborn or sticking to your guns, although that's not necessarily like you. Well, it can be if you feel like you're in the right, but I think what this is saying, Libra, is that you don't quite have all the information there either, you know, in terms of your relationships, particularly if this is to do with family. I feel like there could be, with Mercury being retrograde, confrontation at work, but also confrontation with a father figure. And I think that it needs to be resolved with a mature approach, going by wisdom and things that you've learned over the years rather than ego and rather than, you know, the hurt feelings. I think there is a way to resolve it here rather than making war rather than peace. You know, Mars is in your opposite sign of Aries now, and it's connecting to Chiron, and you're going to want to, in your one-on-one relationships, exert an energy of patience and compassion in order to combat what can sometimes be quite harsh energy, you know, quite destructive. And underneath that we had the Six of Pentacles, which is all about being able to give when someone else cannot. You know, maybe you have better verbal skills than the person that you want to make up with. Maybe you are braver than them at doing certain things and you just want to put that forward. Either way, I think with the moon, being receptive to an apology is important as well, you know. So that's all I have for you, Libra. I hope that you enjoyed this, got something from it, it resonated. If not, sorry. I'll see you in the next time, Libra. Bye.